Okay, first of all, I know the history behind the WNBA. I know that both of those cities.
The WNBA is facing one of the biggest credibility crises in its history, and at the center of it all is Sophie Cunningham. Her blunt honesty has sparked outrage, heavy fines, and now a battle over free speech that could redefine the future of women's basketball. But this story isn't just about one player being fined. It's about fairness, trust, and the very soul of the league. It all began with a single TikTok video. After a game filled with questionable calls, Sophie Cunningham let her frustration out publicly, calling referees useless. Within hours, the league fined her $500. A small amount by professional sports standards, but a fine that carried a bigger message: stay quiet. Most players would have stopped there, but Sophie didn't. She took her frustration to a podcast, not just defending her words, but expanding on them, revealing that many players across the league feel the exact same way. That honesty cost her another $1,500, bringing the total to $2,000. It wasn't just a fine anymore. It was a fight. The league may have thought these fines would shut down the story, but they miscalculated. Social media lit up with support. Hashtags like Stand With Sophie began trending. Fans organized GoFundMe campaigns that raised enough money to cover her fines within hours. Petitions demanding better officiating gained thousands of signatures almost overnight. The message from fans was crystal clear: Sophie isn't the problem, the referees are. What made this controversy even bigger was the glaring double standard. Sophie was fined thousands of dollars for speaking her mind, but at the same time, Caitlin Clark, one of the league's brightest stars, has taken brutal cheap shots on the court, including dangerous fouls that could have caused serious injuries, yet the players responsible faced little to no punishment. To fans, this proved one thing: the WNBA is more willing to punish speech than to protect its own athletes. Sports live and die by trust. Fans have to believe the game is fair. Players have to believe officials are protecting them. When that trust cracks, everything falls apart. And this is not new. For years, whispers about WNBA officiating have grown louder. Missed calls, inconsistency, dangerous fouls overlooked. These aren't just minor mistakes. They shape outcomes, change careers, and push fans away. Sophie Cunningham's comments didn't create this crisis. They exposed it. Compare this to the NBA. Players like Draymond Green or Charles Barkley have built entire reputations on speaking their minds. Fans expect it. They celebrate it. It's part of the culture. But in the WNBA, Sophie was pulled aside and told, "They're going to fine you again." That wasn't just discipline, it was intimidation. And by trying to silence her, the WNBA only made her voice louder. This is the classic Streisand Effect. The harder you try to bury the story, the bigger it becomes. The controversy didn't stay inside the league. National media outlets picked it up. The Wall Street Journal published an opinion piece questioning whether Caitlin Clark's civil rights were being violated. Fox News asked if the WNBA was creating a hostile environment for players who spoke out. Suddenly, Sophie's fines weren't just about basketball. They became a symbol of free speech, fairness, and leadership failure. So, what is really happening here? On one side, you have a league desperate to protect its image. On the other, a player brave enough to say what many are thinking. But when the WNBA punishes Sophie for words while ignoring dangerous fouls on the court, the priorities look badly misplaced. It feels like the league is more worried about controlling the narrative than fixing the game itself. And fans notice. That's why petitions are spreading. That's why social media is exploding. And that's why Sophie's story resonates far beyond her fines. Now, the WNBA faces a choice. Will it confront officiating problems openly, rebuild trust, and listen to players? Or will it continue silencing voices, risking credibility and alienating its own fanbase? The future of the league may depend on the answer. Sophie Cunningham's battle isn't just about fines. It's about honesty, fairness, and whether the WNBA is ready to grow into a league that values transparency and integrity, or one that hides behind silence and punishment.
So, what do you think?
Did Sophie Cunningham do the right thing by speaking out? Or should players stay quiet to avoid controversy? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We want to hear your voice. And if you love deep dives into the most explosive stories in sports, this is the place for you. Here at Spotlight Sports, we don't just report the game. We uncover the battles, the drama, and the truth behind the headlines. So hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell, because more stories like this are on the way, and you won't want to miss them. This is Spotlight Sports, where sports meets truth.